Good afternoon, Joss Stone.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm very well. Is that weird listening to that?
It is really strange, yeah. I was about 15 when I was singing that. So my voice sounds completely different to me.
It is, because it's basically 10 years since the first album.
Yeah. I was just figuring it out then. I was like, the way I was singing is completely different. And now I feel like, I can kind of...
No, because it hadn't struck me, but when you say that...
Yeah.
Because I was listening to the new album on the way in this morning, and it is very different.
It's different, isn't it?
You do... I don't know, what, is it relaxed? Is it...
I think it is, yeah.
Is it confidence?
It's less forced. Like there, I was just like, oh God, please let it come out right. And I was quite stressed, and I think you can hear that. But now, no, I just love it. It just kind of falls out now. It's easier just to sing.
Because basically, you're here to tell us, obviously you've got a new album out,
Yes.
Teardrops, the Womack and Womack.
That's the single, yeah.
Single classic.
Yeah.
But Soul Sessions Volume 2
yes.
is obviously 10 years after.
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's a really different...
Totally different sound. Yeah.
Well, but also a different thing in the when you were 15, presumably they just said, here's some songs, sing them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's very different now.
Whereas this time, you must have been all over this like a rash.
Yeah, kind of. I've got a way now. I've got methods that I really like, because I've tried lots of different ways of making music. Sometimes, you know, like on Introducing, I took about a year to make that record, and I've found out that I like to do it quickly. So on Colour Me Free and LP1, they both took like a week or 2 weeks, and I just enjoy that more. So with this one, we just took 2 weeks. I mean, I didn't write any of these songs, so that's easy and dealt with.
Yeah.
And we just basically mic'd everybody up and played. And we cut like 19 songs and then just picked the best ones. And then I went to Prague for a day and did the strings. And that was that.
Well, but did you go to Nashville?
I went to Nashville, yeah, for 2 weeks. So we had a week with the band where we just basically jammed on these songs.
Yeah.
It wasn't... I like it to be really, like, raw and not thought about, or really too much discussed. So I would sit there, and there was a list of songs that Steve Greenberg, the chap that basically had this idea for
the mastermind.
Yes, exactly. He gave me a long list of all of these songs and all these ideas. So I'd go through the list, and I'd just play a couple, and I'd be like, all right, boys, should we try this one? So we listened to it once, maybe twice, to write down the chords and such. Have a little chat about it, and then we just go and play it. Like, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. And that's it. We move on. Go to the next one.
And do you play around with it much?
Sometimes. I don't like to do it too much. So Steve Greenwell is the producer, and he's known me since I was, like, 15. He engineered the first record. So he tries to make me, like, work on things a lot. It was very funny. We had a big argument on... there's a song called Stoned, Out of My Mind. It's originally by the Chi-Lites on this one. And I was like, no, it's not working, move on. Like, if I cut it twice, that's it, I'm done. Like,
but it's on the record.
It's on because he was like, no, Joss, now, you know, don't be so impatient, just give it a minute. So we worked on that one for a couple more hours.
He must find it interesting, because presumably when you're 15 you just did what you were told. Or, or were you always a bit stroppy?
No, I did what I was told.
So now he must be finding it quite challenging this time round.
Yeah, now I'm like, look...
oh, she's got opinions.
Yeah. I kind of don't want anyone to tell the musicians what to do. I don't tell anyone what to do. I just kind of tell people to not tell people what to do, more so.
Yeah.
So I don't like... When I work with a musician such as Ernie Isley, I feel it's wrong to stand there and tell him how to play his instrument. He's legendary. But
also, I suppose if you've gone to all the trouble of going to Nashville to be with these musicians...
Yeah, just let them play.
You've got to trust them.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, you can overproduce things, and it sucks the fun out of it. So I say, you know what? Mic everybody up, and just be quiet. And let them do their thing, you know, so that's what we got.
And how aware are you... you know, 10 years on, done a lot of albums in between. You know, when you were 15, it was a very different marketplace. Your voice was very unique. You were, you know, a young woman singing songs like this.
It was a little bit of a freak show, really.
Yeah, we hadn't come across you. We hadn't come across that style of singing, that voice.
Right.
But it seems like a much more crowded marketplace now.
It's good, really. I think it kind of, I don't know, maybe it like started something off, which is quite exciting, really, to think of that. I think it's quite lovely. Now, there's loads of female soul singers now.
Yeah, loads.
We can all collaborate and we can all sing together and do gigs together and stuff, which is really fun.
What's that thing in America they do? Is it Lilith Fair or?
Yes, they did do Lilith Fair, didn't they?
Yes.
A while ago. I was hoping that they'd do that again.
Do they do it here?
They don't do it here, no.
You should organise it, Joss.
I would love to do that. I was talking to Beverly Knight the other day about doing something.
That's a really good idea.
Something similar. I mean, God, Beverly's voice is insane, isn't it? So beautiful.
But the weird... I was talking about this earlier. There's a new woman. I haven't heard of her. It's her debut single. Yeah. She's called Shay. Have you heard
Shay?
of her?
No, I've
Do you know
never heard
Or
of
Shea. It's S-H-E-A.
Okay.
And she's got a great voice.
Like shea butter?
Yes.
Oh.
A bit like shea butter.
Lovely.
Without the butter.
Maybe it sounds like that. Smooth and silky.
Well, she does sound smooth and silky. Maybe that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
But I just... There are so many talented people out there.
So many.
It's quite scary.
Yeah, it's a shame to miss them, really. You've got to just keep your ears open.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and open your ears.
So you've toured this album already?
I have, yeah. I did a month in Europe, a month in America, a month in South America last year.
When you say a month in Europe, do you mean here as well?
I did a gig here. I played... in fact, I did two. I did one at my mum's club, Mama Stone's, which was really fun. And then I did Shepherd's Bush. No, I did three. And then I did one in Chelsea. God, that was scary. That was streaming, and I was... Oh, my God. Graham, it was so horrible. My top, the strap popped at the end of the first song, and I had to quickly grab my breath. I was like, oh my God. It was really embarrassing, actually.
An internet sensation.
It was, but luckily I covered it really, really well. But that was the first gig ever on this album, and it was being streamed to like 90,000 people. On the first song, it was so embarrassing.
So this single comes out, and then is that kind of the end of promotion for this album?
Yeah, it's pretty much it. I'm just going to put this one out, and then I'll think about making another one.
And then you just head back to Devon, or?
Yeah, I'm going to go hang out with my dogs and maybe write some songs.
Now, how many dogs do you have? Because in the thank you brochure...
Did I? Yeah,
yeah, it sounds like... no, and you thank someone who looks after your dogs as well.
Emily.
Emily, yes.
Emily, yeah. Emily's one of my best mates. She lives with me, basically, so...
So how many dogs do you have?
I've got 4 dogs.
Was that all?
Yes.
Oh, it seemed like more. it seemed like you were running a shelter.
I want to. One day I'd love to. I just love dogs. I love all animals, actually. I'm a bit fluffy mad.
We had a nice lady called Erin on the phone earlier, and that's what she does for a living now. She just moves from like when people go on holidays.
Oh, really?
She just moves into their house and looks after their dog.
Oh, that's so nice.
That'd be a nice second career for you.
Yes, that would be nice. Oh, cuddle time. I love it.
Yeah, then go on tour.
Yeah.
And then come back and do that.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to emails and texts from the listeners.
Oh.
Yeah. Laura in Hampton Court. Actually, quite apt that she lives in Hampton Court. Can you tell Joss that I thought she was fantastic at the Tudors? Does she plan to do any more acting?
Oh, that's nice. I mean...
How did that happen?
I know, it's random, isn't it?
It did seem quite random. Because I saw you in it, and I was like, isn't that funny? That girl looks so like Joss Stone. And then it was like, oh no, that is Joss Stone.
It was really weird. I'd auditioned... Well, they'd asked me to audition, which is random anyway, being that I'm a singer, but... I auditioned for Jane Seymour, which of course is like the very English Rose type character.
Yeah.
And I just did it in my bedroom with my friend Paul and a camera, and we just sent it off. And they said, yeah, we'd love to have you play this role, which was shocking. But I couldn't do it because I'd booked a tour and it was already on sale and I couldn't cancel it. So I felt really guilty that they kind of given me the role and I couldn't take it. So I said to the lady that was running it, I was like, look, I'm really, really sorry, but... You know, if ever you want me to play anything else, if it's an extra, if it's whatever, you just let me know and I'll figure it out. So they come back next year and say, hey, do you want to play the next Queen? I was like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. But I didn't look her up before. So I'm like a couple weeks out from doing this and I think I should probably Google Anne of Cleves. So I'm Googling her and I'm like, oh my goodness. Not only is she the ugliest of all the queens, which I could pull off, but she's also German. So there I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to have a dialect coach. I have to figure out this accent. It was very fun, though. I mean, I would like to do some more, but I kind of make most of my decisions based on how much fun it's going to be. And I find it really fun. So, yeah, if I get the opportunity again, I'm in.
But it's one of those things, presumably you need to pursue it.
You do need to pursue it. That
and
is true.
I'm getting the feeling that you're not pursuing it.
Well,
you're sitting in Devon with your dogs.
Yes,
thinking,
I'm chilling.
I wonder if anyone will offer you another film.
You never know. No, I do auditions sometimes, but you really do need to go for it. I mean, it is hard work. And also, acting is something that you do need to keep, like... You need to really learn how to do it. I need to really learn how to do it. I'm sure there are some people it just comes naturally to them, like singing comes naturally to me. And it's not something I really had to learn. But with acting, I think I'd have to actually go to school and study it properly to really be proud of my acting skills. Because, to be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just giving it a bash and seeing how it goes.
Well, you got away with it.
Well, thank you.
No, you were good.
Yeah, thanks. I tried. I really did.
Talking of singing, someone was talking about the Beatles cover you did on,
Oh, yeah.
the special
other
day. What was it called?
It was the 50th anniversary.
Golden age of the album.
That was lovely. And I did A Taste of Honey.
You're quite right.
Yeah,
you did.
I did. It was cool. It's a very different song for me to be singing, really. It's a very different kind of melody shape.
And this was all in Abbey Road?
Yeah.
And was
in that big room.
Had you recorded in there before?
I had, when I was about 17. This is when I first met Mick Jagger and Dave Stewart.
Wow.
Dave was making the soundtrack.
That's quite the day out.
I know! Can you believe that? He was making the soundtrack for the Alfie film.
Oh, yes.
And for some reason, he just thought, oh, that Joss Stone girl, I think I'll get her to come and sing on it. So that's when I met them.
Oh, wow.
So I sang like 3 songs on that. That was really fun.
Yeah, and in Abbey Road.
I know.
That's
I
amazing.
didn't realise at that point, I didn't know where I was or what I was doing.
Stuart writes, you amaze me how modest you are, considering you are by a country mile the best female vocalist around.
Oh, that's sweet.
You don't do much in terms of original material. What are your thoughts on that? That sounds quite confrontational.
Well, Stuart.
Yeah, back off, Stuart. Miss Stone will do what she wants.
I've made 2 albums that are covers, all of them. But I've actually made 6 albums. So if he wants to listen to the other ones...
Yeah.
I wrote those ones.
And do you...
so he can go listen to those.
Do you do much writing?
I do, yeah. I do write a lot. I love to write, actually. I'm not really the best writer, but I just enjoy it. It's
and how do you do it? Do you sit at a piano?
Thing.
Do you sit at a piano, or do you have a guitar, or do you just...
I like to co-write, really, because I cannot play instruments. I do sometimes do it myself with a guitar or a piano, but that really slows me down because I don't know how to play them properly, so I will be doing that all day. Whereas if I'm writing with somebody, it would take me 2 hours to write a song instead of a whole day. So it's quite nice as well. You can bounce off of people, which is lovely. So.
And very quickly, an awful lot of people asking, when can they see you again? Do you have any gigs planned in Britain at the moment? No.
No, but I will be playing at my mum's club in Exeter. I'd like to do a gig there every month, really, with a different artist. I love to collaborate. It's one of my favourite things in my life, is to work with other singers and other musicians, because it's just fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd like to kind of... It is. It's really fun, Graham. You should come and try it.
I know that, yeah.
It's great. So yeah, I'll be doing that probably once a month.
And if you can't go to see Joss or her mum's club in Exeter, you can buy the single, Teardrops, which is out on Monday. Thank you so much for coming in to see us.
Thank you for having me, darling.
All right, cheers. Bye-bye.